In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a revision plan Teki using OpenOffice, which is a free download from openoffice.org. You can use Microsoft Office if you've got that on your laptop, and of course we're going to use TekiMate. So I've just got a new document here, which would be the equivalent of a Word document, and we're just going to start putting in a little bit of text of revision plan. Put in our first tag, which would be name. You see the tags are square brackets hash, then the tag name, and then again hash and close square brackets. I'm going to change the color of that to make it a little bit different. And now I'm going to put in a call it week 1, and we'll put in a little table which will be 8 by 4, or rather 4 by 8. There we go. Okay, and we're going to put in morning. Oops, let's just make all of this smaller. It's a little bit too big. There we go. So we've got morning, afternoon, evening. Those are the 3 slots for revision on every day, and the days of the week, which will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and finally Sunday. Right, now we're going to put in the tags for the subjects, which will be subject 1, and let's copy that. Start putting subject 1, subject 2, subject 3. I'm going to copy that just to save a bit of time. We just have to put in the numbers for the different subjects. 5, 6, and then we'll copy those, and we'll do 7, 8, 9, copy these here. Actually, the easiest thing would be to copy these there and paste them into there, and then finally we'll take those 3, assuming subjects 1, 2 and 3 will be the most important. And there we have our table. We can make it look a little bit nicer by highlighting and putting a background. We'll put a pale grey background, and we'll do the same here. Okay, so we've got week 1, and all we're going to do is highlight all of that, do Control-C for copy, and paste, and now we've got week 2. Week 1, week 2, and if we want to do a week 3 and 4, just start a new page. Again, Control-V to paste because it's already on the clipboard. And just change that to week 3, and Control-V again. And now we've got 4 weeks of revision planning. Let's make it look a little bit nicer. Okay, And that is the template or recipe for our Teki. So let's just save that. Now we're going to save that as a HTML document. We're going to call it revision timetable. I already had one there, so I'm just overwriting it. And that's done. Okay, lovely. Let's go to TekiMate now and build our Teki. Okay, when you first open up TekiMate, this is the screen that you're going to see. I'm using the Advanced Program Edition, but the screen is essentially the same. I'll show you some of the differences as we go through this one. You'll first give your Teki a title. You'll put who it's created by, which will be your name, and then you can put in a short description. And down here you've got an about box URL and an about link text. Now what these are you can leave them empty if you want, but they're very useful. They can go in the about section for the Tekis that you create, and if you don't have a website, you can easily set up a free blog with WordPress or Blogger, or you can do what I've done here, which is use a Facebook fan page, and then you just put some text that'll be the link. So if you have a look here at our one on the TekiMate program, you'll come down and see about, click on that, and this is what will happen. You'll have a title and a link, some words and a link, and you can put those in here. Right, now the template folder, this is where you've stored your recipe. So the one that I've got is in this folder here. Otherwise you would just navigate straight to the recipe, which would be there. Extensions, you want to leave this as it is for most of the time. Basically these are the extensions that TekiMate will look at. So it will look at all the files that have these extensions, and it will work with those. So if you didn't want it to work with CSS files or PHP files, you can just take these out. But for the moment, we're going to leave those in. Finally, you can put a URL that will appear. This will be a link to more instructions. It could be again your web page, your Facebook fan page. That's if you want to have to give more information to your the users of your Teki. So once you've completed the opening page here, you'll click next, and Teki will then, you click scan for tags, and it will pull up all of the tags in your recipe. Then you will you can move your tags up and down if you wanted to. So for instance, if you wanted the name to be the last question, you can just move it downwards, but we want it to be at the top. So we click next, and let me take you to the first question. Okay, so what you would do, you'd get the tag for number 1. It will ask you what sort of tag is it going to be. Do you want the question to be a multi-line text entry? That would be if they're going to put in a paragraph or a few sentences. If it's just up to a line, you would just put text entry, and you've got various other options as well that we'll come on to in other videos. So for now we'll just use the text entry because that's all we need. You can also make tags optional, but in this case we're going to keep them all as mandatory, so everyone has to answer every question in this Teki. So the first question is, who is the revision timetable for? You can insert a brief explanation if it needs a brief explanation, and you can put a default answer in there as well. But again, just for now, we're going to keep it very simple. So who is it for? And then all of the other questions are what subject. So we've got the first exam, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Now for the seventh, I've added this brief explanation because not everyone will have a seventh GCSE or exam that they're going to take. So I've put here a note: if you don't have a seventh exam, insert your most important exam subject. Then we go to the next one. If they don't have an eighth exam, insert your second most important exam subject. And then we'll do the same with the ninth, and we're finished. So we've done brief explanations for the last three, filled in all the questions for our tags, and we click finish. Now we've got the output screen, and again I'm just going to take you briefly through this screen. There will be other tutorials that will go into some of the more advanced features, but in the Programmer Edition you won't have here the spinning option, which is a fantastic feature. I'd highly recommend you have a look into that. It won't have the demo feature, which is where you can make your Teki expire after so many days that someone's been using it, or you can make it expire on a specific date. And in the Programmer Edition you won't get this registration code feature, which stops people using it unless they have the registration code. That's only available in the Advanced Edition. So back to the top here. Most of the time for the output, we're going to ask the user of our Teki where they want to put it when they've finished. We are going to display a standard message, but again we've got a number of options. Not all of them are available in the Programmer Edition. You might need to upgrade and have some of the add-ons to, for example, to output to a zip file, or to convert to a PDF document. In this section here, you're going to tell TekiMate where you want to create your new Teki. So here I've just created in Documents TekiMate Revision Planner, and again you just click this button to locate to it on your computer. Give your Teki a name, so here I've called it Revision Planner.exe. You can leave this file extension. This is how it saves. This is how your users will save the Tekis that they're using. Here we've got a background image. Now you can have it blank, but it's always nicer to put an image in. You would have received, if you've filled in the request on the website, you would have received a bundle of template backgrounds. So I'm going to use one of those, which is this one here. It looks quite nice. You can then give the text in your Teki a colour, and I've used sort of a very dark brown. It goes with the background theme that we've just used. And then you can also change the label on the finish button. So you could put, in this case, create your revision plan. But here I'm just going to leave it now as finish. And then lastly, you click build your software. Now it will ask you if you want to save, otherwise you'll lose all of this. So best is to save it. Say yes. And in this case, I've already created this Teki, so it's asking, do I want to overwrite? And I'm going to say yes, why not? And my Teki is created. I'll open the location here. And these are all the files that will come in your Teki. Let's open it. Okay, here we go. So you can see the information that description that I put has come up with the title. The user can choose not to have this show every time they start it, but we'll leave it like that for the moment. Put close. Then it goes straight into the first question. So the first thing is, who is the revision timetable for? I'm going to put Joe Smith. And then we're going to go through what subject is your first exam. So maths. What is your second exam? We'll put English. Third exam. Chemistry. Fourth exam. Physics. Spanish, bit of geography, and let's say that's all he's taking, but he really needs to do extra revision for maths because it's more important. And that's it. We say finish. Now I've been given the option to save it on my computer. I'm going to put it here in Joe Revision Plan. Click OK, and there it is. And if we open that folder up, what's been created for me is a revision. And if we open that folder up, so it's output here to the Joe Revision Plan folder. We can open it up, and there's our revision plan for 4 weeks. And that's it. Thanks very much for watching.